Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group 8. In Group 8, member is Miflicha Uliyanti P, Wahyu Guntara, and Shabrina Amelita. Analysis of a journal article on linguistic from the Group 8 is the effectiveness of using phonetic method in improving student speaking ability. Okay, first, research background. Based on the experience, most of the students of the vocational high school, SMK and Negeri 4 in the students have idea, but they hard to open their mouth in saying somewhat in English. The reader asked to the teacher that have been teach them. The teacher said we need a good way to teach them English, so the writer is trying to find out about the effectiveness of speaking student ability in using phonetic method. This research is limited to improving student speaking ability by using phonetic method at Civil Vocational High School number 4 in Palopo. Idea with the first grade of English students focus on the pronunciation, grammatical, and fluency. Second, theory. Based on the explained above, the written define the phonetic method in the process in produce the sound of word while shower and listener convert listen the sound and easy to understand the meaning of word. The phonetic method also prioritizes training the ear and speaking training in the presenting language lesson by listening exercises followed by exercises cite the word and sentence in a language being studied. And if we want to be a good speaker in many languages, we have to start by phonetic. We must know simple English grammar and also asking and giving information through writing, reading, doing conversation with English, listening to English sound, watching movie in English, and are happy with the English language. Okay, and the next is Miflicha.
Okay, thank you for the time that given to me. And the third is a research methodology. This journal with the title The Effectiveness of Using Phonetic Method in Improving Student Speaking Ability. The first is research methodology, a type of research. And the type of this research is quantitative method with technique sampling technique, and give participants some questionnaires. And the second is object and subject of the research. The object is the participant from the student first grade at SMK N4 in Palopo. It consists of 2 classes, and the total number of population is 41 students. And this research use cluster sampling technique. The sample of this research is the class B, where consists 20 students voluntarily participated in this research. And the subject is to find out effectiveness of using the phonetic method in improving student speaking at Civil Vocational High School number 4, SMKN4 in Palopo. And the third is technique of collecting data. In this research, the researchers apply experimental method with pre-experimental research design. First is the researchers observe the research subject, and the second, the researchers prepare the data collection by making a feasibility study of research samples and make speaking assessment for tests. And the third is the researchers has taken 6 meetings, 1 meeting for protest protest, and the four meeting for treatment, and one meeting for post-test or the last meeting. And then fourth is the researchers process the data that has been collected. And five, the researchers made interpretational and conclusion. And the sixth, the researchers wrote a research report. And seven, the researcher submitted the research report. And the researcher used convenience sampling, and the researchers collecting the data using an instrumental that was speaking test. The test is required the student to listen a topic about conversation recording of finance and convey what they get from the conversation recording in front of class to show their competence in speaking ability. And the last is technique of data analysis. The researchers use quantitative research, and the method is pre-experimental experiment in doing this research, and it's considered with LRG 1,881. Quantitative research was the collecting and analysis of numerical data in order to explain, predict, and control phenomena of interest. In this research, the researchers apply experimental method with pre-experimental research design. And the second is the respondents listen to a topic about conversation recording of finance and convey what they get from the conversation recording in front of class to show how their competence in speaking ability. And the last is the total of the population consists of 41 students from the two classes. There are accountancy class A, 21 students, and accountancy class B, 20 students. But the writer used cluster sampling technique. So the writer decided 20 students and select accountancy class B as the sample of this research. And the sample consists of just 20 students. Okay, I think that's all from me. Next is Shabrina Amelita. Time's yours. Thank you.
Okay, and the last is the result of this research. The result of this research about scoring student ability, speaking ability, and scoring students speaking ability by grammatical, scoring students speaking ability by fluency with statistical analysis. About scoring students speaking ability, when the author conducted a pretest session, he found that there were 5 students who got 60 points or 25% classified as moderate. This shows that the student's condition is very lacking in pronunciation. And after doing a post-session, he found that there were 5 students who got a score of 80 or 25%, which is classified as good. This shows that the student's condition has improved in pronunciation after the use of phonetic method. So, scoring student speaking ability by grammatical. After the pretest session, the author found that there were 10 students getting 60 points or 50% classified as moderate. This shows that students are lacking in grammar. And after the author conducted a post-test session, he found that there were 10 students getting 80 points or 50% classified as good. This means that students experience grammatical improvement after the application of phonetic methods. And the last is scoring student speaking ability by fluency. During the pretest session, the author found that 2 students getting 6 points or 10% classified as moderate. This indicates the student is lacking practice, so the student is not fluent in making sound. And after the author conducted a post-test session, he found that 3 student getting 80 points or 15% classified as good. This means that students have improved their ability to produce word sound in speaking after the application of phonetic method. And the result from statistical analysis is provide confirmation of phonetic method that can improve student abilities to speak. The author present their study by showing that after providing treatment using phonetic methods to students, and the result of statistical analysis show that phonetic methods can improve students' speech skills. Okay, maybe until here my explanation, our explanation. And thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.